She continues to exhibit symptoms of memory issues, weight gain, hot flashes, insomnia, and decreased libido. That sounds like menopause. Sounds like me. Hello, good people. Today I am talking about menopause and me. Menopause and me. Yes, I am in menopause. And it has not been fun. Maybe some people go through it and it's not too bad because not everyone gets all of the symptoms or share the same symptoms, and some symptoms may be less intense for one than another. So for me, I believe I was age 30 when I had a partial hysterectomy. Had a whole bunch of girly issues, which I'll talk about another time, but I chose to have a partial hysterectomy. My doctor did not want me to do a full hysterectomy because of my age, and he didn't think it was necessary. So he just went ahead and did the partial. So I did the partial hysterectomy at 30. I had already been having hot flashes since I probably was about 29. And I remember my doctor, she was at the time, she was just like, no, you can't be. You're too young. And she did some tests that actually showed that I was impaired. All right, so it's something that the hot flashes is something I've dealt with for years. It is not a great feeling. It is actually miserable because you can be completely naked and still feel hot. Like, I have fans on everywhere. I don't know if you can hear, but I have a fan that's blowing on me right now here in my office. I have a fan in pretty much every room that I sit in. Next to my bed, which my husband always talks about. I'm freezing him, but I have to have a fan on me. Now, first of all, I've always slept with a fan, so that's not just a menopause thing. I just always slept with the fan from the time that I can remember. But as far as the hot flashes go, I have to have a fan on. It doesn't matter where I am. Doesn't matter if the air is like 60 degrees, 50 degrees, whatever. The intensity of the heat, it can just come on all of a sudden. It's an internal heat that just comes on and just takes over. It's crazy because in my office, a lot of the women are cold-natured, so they always have like space heaters on, and I'm like, oh God, y'all killing me. You're killing me. Because I'd be so miserable with the hot flashes just come and go, right? So, I tried to deal with it for a long time, just as it was, and then when it started getting a little bit too bad because it was getting irritable, there's so many other side effects to it. My doctor suggested that I try. I think she suggested like Prozac. It was Prozac or hormone therapy. Ended up choosing, after a while, much debate, I chose the Prozac. However, I am horrible about taking medication, so I don't know, honestly, if it really worked, because I would take something maybe like 2 days, maybe even 3, and then I stop. And then maybe I'll take it again, a couple weeks, a couple months, I don't know, and then I stop. So I'm not really a good medicine as I should. So I really can't say if it helped or maybe the exertion or something, because they do say exercise is good for menopause. Yeah, but your girl ain't trying to do that. I'm too hot to get hot and be sweaty again. So I don't know. I know I need to, but it's just, I'm miserable. The other thing is insomnia. So insomnia is another symptom that I experience. So I cannot sleep. I've had trouble sleeping for years. I guess because as a young person, I survived off of like maybe 3 or 4 hours of sleep and functioning. So it was actually like a pattern that I was used to anyhow. But now that I'm 40, or should I say even in like my mid to late 30s up until this point, I just can't sleep because I'm tossing and I'm turning. I'm tossing and turning because I'm hot. So I have the sheet on, sheet off, sheet on, sheet off, tossing and turning, adjusting the fan, because I have it on high most of the time, but then sometimes I get cold with the sheet off, then I turn it down, but then I turn it back up because I start sweating. Then my husband, I feel bad for him some days because, you know, sometimes he'll want to cuddle and I'm just like, don't touch me, because he's hot. He's like a hot natured person and he's always hot. And so I'm like, you are so hot, you're making me hot. Like, I can't have you touch me. So yeah, it's horrible. But anyway, so yeah, insomnia, you know, that's just having trouble falling asleep. It's having trouble staying asleep. And you're usually surviving off of 2 to 3 hours of sleep, maybe 5, up to 5 or so. And this is several days out of the week, and that's the life that I live. It just doesn't matter. It just is what it is right now. All right, so then the other thing that I experience is memory issues. So I remember it might have been like 3 years ago, and I'm not even sure if it was a medication that, yes it is. Okay, so healthcare provider, she retired from federal service, so I ended up getting a new one. Okay, and so she was just like, I had told her about, you know, how my hot flashes were just, it was just horrible and all the things I was dealing with. So she was like, well, let me try you on something else. I can't for the life of me tell you what it was that she gave me, but she was like, let's try this instead of the Prozac. I'm not sure. I'm mixing stories up. But anyhow, I remember getting on something that I was like so disoriented. Like, I will go in stores that I have frequented for years and I could not remember like what aisle I was supposed to be in, like just little things I couldn't even remember. So I looked at the side effects of that medication, and one of the side effects on it was memory loss. So she immediately took me off that medication, and so it took a while. But anyhow, I was already experiencing some of this memory loss, or, you know, like just a general fogginess, just being, it was just crazy. I'm just always like, what was I about to do? Or what was I about to say? That's another symptom that comes with menopause, or can come with menopause, is memory issues. And a lot of times that happens due, as it was explained to me, is because my low levels of estrogen. It doesn't help when you're already concerned about, well, I don't understand I'm concerned about, because, you know, I'm a firm believer in, you know, just because it's in your family does not mean that it has to happen to you. So even though there's a history of Alzheimer's, you know, dementia in my family, that has been one of my prayers. It's just, I don't want to lose my memory. I want to keep my mind until I close my eyes eternally. I just don't want to lose my memory. So when you start experiencing symptoms of memory loss, and I was already like, what is this, you know? But again, like I said, I found out that is a symptom of menopause. So what I like to do, I've always been a word girl anyhow. Like, I like learning new words. I like doing word searches. I like doing word puzzles. I like games like Wheel of Fortune, you know, like Jeopardy, things like that. I like studying history. I'm a reader. So I like to do things to keep my mind going and kind of keep my my memory sharp, even though some things I just can't connect the dots with. I just lose it like that. But that is an issue. I think I kind of mentioned it when I was talking about my husband and how sometimes he may want to cuddle, but I'm like, I'm hot. So of course my libido has decreased. I have like no drive. Now, the decreased libido, okay? I heard from many people that when you hit 40, that, you know, this is kind of when you become a beast. You know, you just want it all the time. Maybe that was my 30s. However, at 40 and hot flashing as I am, I'm not interested. And another thing is maybe because, like I've kind of like questioned, is it just totally the menopause? But I've been so busy. Like I told you, I literally have been surviving on like 2 to 3 hours of sleep, maybe give or take 4. And probably every week I will get a good day that I can sleep longer. But for the most part, like if I look back at my sleep history on my Fitbit app, it will tell me like I'm literally averaging maybe 3 to 4 hours of sleep a day. And so I was busy with school, busy with work, just busy with a lot of things. And then like I told you, I come home and some days I can feel tired, but then I lay down and then I can't sleep. So I'm up and by the time you're ready to go to sleep, it's like almost time to get up and do it all over again. But yes, so I had like no interest whatsoever, and it just becomes one of those things where I have to tell my husband, like, it's not you, it's me. It's not you, it's me. You know, it's me. But yeah, so I like had like no interest whatsoever, like nothing, just dead. Do I even want it back? I don't know, but that it can happen. That can happen. Now, some of the other stuff that it says that occurs with a decreased libido, I'm just not interested. That's just it. I'm not interested whatsoever. So for those who have experienced any of the 4 that I mentioned, hot flashes, insomnia, memory issues, or decreased libido, and you have any type of advice to give, throw it at your girl. Throw it at your girl. I wanted to talk about the top 5 that I'm experiencing and the weight gain. Okay, so I can't blame all the weight gain on menopause. So I can't do that. I'd be a complete fraud to say that it is all menopause, because that's a lie. I have always been around, I want to say between like 148 to maybe like 158, let's say 160 later. But pretty much always been between like 148 and 155. That's kind of been my weight. And then when I got pregnant, right before I got pregnant with son, I remember I had got up to 170 pounds. And my doctor was like, you know, you need to get this weight down. Now, she was saying 30 pounds off, but that would have put me at, what, 140? Nah, I think I look sick at 140, at least to me. So I don't got, no, not 140. But anyhow, so I was at 170, and I would have been cool at losing, you know, about 15 pounds, 15 to 20 pounds. Then I got pregnant. And I got pregnant with my son. I gained 30 pounds. I usually gain 30 pounds in each of my pregnancies. So I had never, ever weighed 200 pounds until that day I stepped on a scale when I gave birth to my son. And this was almost 12 years ago, come 2 weeks. That I weighed 200 pounds when I went and I gave birth to him. I lost those 30 pounds immediately after I had him. So I couldn't even say it was baby weight, you know what I'm saying? Because I lost that 30 pounds like right after I had him. So over the years, it was just literally like I would be exercising and everything like that. And then it would be times that I would fall off. Then I would exercise and I kind of would fall off. And so I had got to the point where it had peaked, and I was at, I think, like 195. So I had sat probably like at 195, and honestly, no, I was like, I think I was like 170, 78, somewhere around that, 178. And this was like 2017, 2016, 2017. I had went through separation, all that, so I picked up some weight between that time. So yeah, so I was like 170, 175. And so my dad passed in January of 2018, and that kind of like just set it off, because I was doing really good working out and all that. But when he passed, like I stopped. I literally like stopped working out. I just ate. We ate out a lot. I even spent like $500 to do a weight loss program and lost my $500 because I never went. Didn't go. It was no need to go because I wasn't losing weight because I was eating. And that's another video all by itself. Grief and coping with grief when it becomes unhealthy. But anyways, yes. So the weight gain, but that the weight gain, that could be a part of it too, and a lot of it has to do with hormonal changes. But again, it's not all just hormonal too. You know, it matters based on the lifestyle that you live in. You know what I mean? Are you active? What you're eating or whatever? And I already told you I was not eating good, eating out. Stopped exercising, and then you know your genetic factors with getting juicy, because I see myself already getting juicy, like an extra chin and all that. Because now I wanted to try something natural, right? So my husband had got me some black cohosh. You see that? Yeah, so he got me some black cohosh. All right, you see that says 100 tablets. I've had this for several months now, and I bet you there's like 95 pills in there. So I'm telling you, like, I'm bad at taking medication, I suck. Like, I just do. I suck at taking it. So it's like, do you want to be well? Do you want to get well? Take the medicine and see if it helps, whatever. Anyways, I haven't done that, so I've just continued to suffer through it. However, I tried these apple cider vinegar, these goalies. Okay, got them, I think, like the end of May, and I think 3 weeks had passed, and I realized, I was like, oh my goodness, I have not been sweating like I normally do. It was amazing. I had not been sweating. There was a lot of different things that I had noticed was just a little bit different, and I was trying to figure out what did I do differently, and that's the only thing I could think of was the goalies. I was like, it's the apple cider vinegar, these little gummies. So they have been helping me. I can't speak for anybody else and what they do, but I know a couple people who have tried them since I have suggested them and recommended them, and they said that they've noticed a difference. I've had a couple people say they haven't noticed anything, but I'm telling you, for me, because they're working. The other thing too is like, and I'm concerned because, like I said, I had a partial hysterectomy, and so my doctor left my ovaries. Now, mind you, after I had that, I had never in my life had any problems with my ovaries. It was just things in my uterus, but I never had any problems with my ovaries. And then, like 2 years probably after the surgery, I started having ovarian cysts. It was like to have killed me. And so I was like, they could just throw the whole reproductive system away. They could just take my ovaries and just burn them and do whatever it is they do with our organs. But they weren't trying to do that. So I don't know if, what will happen, if I'll be able to keep them the rest of, my life, or if anything else will occur to where I have to get them removed. And if that happens, if menopause would get worse, I don't know. But all I can tell you is that I have been miserable through it. But like I said, I have experienced some relief with this. I just not motivated to do anything else because I'm just hot. Like I know I need to lose weight, and I do talk about that a lot. So, like, don't kill me for it. It's I know my body type. I know what's too heavy for me. I know what's hurting my body. I know what's healthy. I have no desire to be a size 8. I have no desire to be a size 2, nothing like that. Like, I'm a size 12, okay? I'm a 12, and I could probably wear a 14, but I usually wear anywhere between a 10-12. Like, I've always kind of been a 10-12, even at my leanest state, when I'm like 148 pounds, 55 pounds, I'm still a size 10, like between the 10-12. It's just either you get the thicker version or you get the leaner version, but I've always kind of been between the 10 and 12. Anyhow, that's all I want to talk about. Yes, so I will be talking more about me and menopause and my journey on here, because the main thing that I'm focused on now is the weight loss, because I gotta get this weight down. Yes, I gotta get this weight down. So I might record some videos of me struggling through workouts, or I'm gonna start with walking. So that's probably gonna be the only thing that I really do right now, is start walking. But anyways, if you have some helpful tips, please, like I said, leave a comment below, and let me know what you think would help. I'd even consider ice baths. Yes, but it doesn't matter, because you can get in the ice and you get out, and I promise you're gonna be a hot flash will hit you just like that. You could be in the ice and hot flash hit you. So anyhow, you think of something, let me know. Leave it in the comment below. Please like this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, be blessed. Have a fabulous day.